A comparison between water harvesting systems of Kerala and Himachal Pradesh. Water harvesting, the importance. Types of rainwater harvesting systems. Water butts. The most common and easy to install system is a water butt. Direct pumped, submersible. The most common professional system, a submersible direct pumped system, can be used in domestic properties. Direct pumped suction. Indirect gravity. Indirect pumped, gravity only. Filters, storage tanks. Where is rainwater harvesting done? This is done through catchment areas and conduits. The catchment of water harvesting system is a surface which receives rainfall directly. It can be a paved area like the terrace or courtyard of a building. Conduits are the pipelines that carry rainwater from the catchment or rooftop of the harvesting system. How water harvesting is useful in today's scenario. Rainwater harvesting is a process of collecting and storing water in natural reservoirs or tanks from surfaces that rain has fallen upon. This not only revives the groundwater level but also helps us to save energy or electricity being consumed by submersible pumps to get our daily water supply. What are the two methods of rainwater harvesting? Broadly, there are two ways of harvesting rainwater, namely surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is the collection and storage of rain for reuse on site rather than allowing it to run off. The stored water is used for various purposes such as gardening, irrigation, etc. What is the importance of rainwater harvesting? Using harvested water is a brilliant way of lessening your carbon footprint and living in a more environmentally friendly way. Wasting perfectly clean potable water to do things like water plants and flush toilets isn't a sustainable practice, and it should be avoided if possible. The advantages of rainwater harvesting are: it is cost effective, conserves water, a source of water for landscape irrigation. It is a simple method and easy to practice. It reduces soil erosion and pollution of water bodies due to fertilizers and pesticides. The disadvantages of rainwater harvesting: unpredictable rainfall. Rainfall is hard to predict, and sometimes little or no rainfall can limit the supply of rainwater. Initial high cost, regular maintenance, certain roof types may seep chemicals or animal droppings, storage limits. Himachal Pradesh, land of gods. Khulls. Khulls are the traditional system of canal irrigation that has existed in Himachal Pradesh for over 400 years. These are man-made surface channels that divert water from the natural mainstreams, khuds, and supply water to the surrounding villages as it flows down. These usually carry glacial melts through gravity from the nearby streams into the fields. Khulls are mainly used for irrigation purpose and other needs of domestic water supply. Khulls are community owned channels that are maintained by a mutual agreement between villages. Currently, the Department of Irrigation and Public Wealth controls the khulls. Kohlis. They are traditional water masters of Himachal who supervises allocation for irrigation of fields and settling disputes among farmers. A Kohli is so designed because he is a master of a Khul. This title is passed through generations in a family. The Kohli is paid by the villagers for his work, and the farmers offer a part of their productions as a form of gratitude. Khuls serve as a rich source of water and means for irrigation of agricultural land. A typical community khul serves at 6 to 30 farmers, irrigating an area of about 20 hectares. Khuls are built along hill gradient and this helps to maintain proper gravity for the flow of water. Hence, no supplementary force is required for the working of khuls. The force from the flowing water is used to grind wheat, rice, and maize, and also occasionally to extract oil in traditional water mill called gharats. Disadvantages. In Himachal, the Kangra Valley and surrounding areas have an extensive system of irrigation, but the use of traditional methods like khuls is undergoing a declining trend. These require labor intensive maintenance and support from villagers to tame water. Women were not allowed to join the labor, and labor shortages were natural. Since the IPH took over the khuls, they were concretized. This prevented the natural filtration of the water that flowed down. Modern technology has greatly replaced khuls, and many of them have dried up due to human activities and constructions. Khatri. Khatris are structures about 10 into 12 feet size and 6 feet carved out in the hard rock mountain. Traditional masons construct them at a cost of rupees 10,000 to 20,000 each. These traditional water harvesting structures are found in Hamipur, Kangar, and Mandi districts of Himachal Pradesh. There are two types of khatris, one for animals and washing purposes in which rainwater collected from the roof through pipes. The other for human consumption in which rainwater is collected by seepage through rocks. Khatris are owned by individual as well as by a community. There are government khatris as well as which are owned by the panchayat. Kul. Kuls are water channels found in precipitous mountain areas. These channels carry water from glaciers to villages in the Spiti Valley of Himachal Pradesh, lined with rocks to keep it from becoming clogged.
Kerala, also known as God's own country. Surenga. Surenga is a traditional water management system to provide a reliable supply of water for human settlements in Kasaragod district of Kerala and parts of Karnataka. People depend upon the groundwater and on the special harvesting method called Surengam. It is basically a horizontal tunnel dug in the slope of laterite hills for about 30 meter to 40 meter, which uses gravitational force for extraction of the underground water and collect into a storage tank. Its initial cost is the only expenditure and barely needs any maintenance. Traditionally, a surenga was excavated at a very slow pace and was completed over generations. Today, it is a much faster and keeps the tradition alive. There are two types of surengas. One, dug in the hillocks with the help of galvanized pipes in the horizontal direction from where the water percolates out. 2. Horizontally dug tunnel like which is as high as a man from where the water percolates out and collects into a water tank. Construction. First, the presence of water and the direction of water are detected by skilled workers by considering slopes and elevations, growth of hydrophilic plants, soil textures, termites, mounds, etc. Once the flow is detected, villagers and manual laborers carry out the digging using pickaxes and wedges. Digging is done during dry seasons to prevent collapsing due to moisture in soil, and the tunnels are generally rectangular or dome shaped, big enough for a man to pass. They are made with a downward slope to use gravity for the collection of the water percolating outside. Air shafts are constructed in long surangas to supply fresh air and to expel poisonous gas. The vertical air shafts are provided to ensure atmospheric pressure inside. The surangas can be independent or can be connected with each other. Usually several subsidiary surangas are excavated inside the main one. Koramba. Koramba is a temporary dam stretching across the mouth of channels made of brushwood, mud and grass. It is constructed by placing beams of good appropriate height, matted coconut that is tied to it, and a coat of mud and a layer of grass are applied. It is constructed to raise the water level in the canal and to divert water into field channels. Excess water flows over it and only the required amount of water flows into the diversion channels. These are built twice a year, once before the onset of monsoon. In Kasaragod to Thrissur districts, Koramba is known as Chira. Comparison of Himachal Pradesh and Kerala. Himachal Pradesh. Navla is a surface water harvesting method typically to the hill areas of Uttaranchal. These are small wells or ponds in which water is collected by making a stone wall across a stream. Kulls are a traditional irrigation system in Himachal Pradesh, surface channels diverting water from natural flowing streams. Kerala. In Kerala state and Karnataka, people usually use a sari to catch rainwater and thus employing various processes of water harvesting such as catchment, transport and filtration by using sari. A makeshift arrangement, the traditional method of RWH, is deployed for 3 months of monsoon in some heavy rainfall areas. Thank you.